Imagine a world without stories. A world where there are no fairy tales to ignite our imagination as children, no novels to offer escape or provoke thought as adults, no myths to explain the unexplainable. Literature is more than mere entertainment. It is the heart of human civilization. From ancient texts like the Iliad and the Odyssey to modern classics like 1984 and To Kill a Mockingbird, literature has the power to shape, define, and even challenge the values and perceptions of a society. Today, we'll explore how iconic books and characters have molded societal values, influenced real-world events, and changed how we see ourselves and the world. To truly appreciate the impact literature has on culture, we must first understand its origins. In ancient times, before written language became common, stories were passed down orally. These tales carried the collective wisdom, moral codes, and traditions of the people. Whether it's the myth of Prometheus stealing fire from the gods or the biblical parables that shaped the moral fabric of the West, these stories provided a foundation for societal norms. But as time progressed and societies evolved, so did literature. It became a mirror, reflecting the anxieties, dreams, and conflicts of its time. For instance, Shakespeare's plays offer a glimpse into the complexities of power, love, and identity in Renaissance England. Hamlet's deep dive into existential questions resonated with audiences then and still does today. His struggles, though set in a royal court, speak to timeless human issues, identity, morality, and the search for meaning. And this is one of the reasons literature is so powerful. It captures the essence of its time while touching on universal human experiences. So, when a book resonates, it's not just about the plot or characters. It speaks to something deeper within us and our culture. Great literature doesn't just reflect society, it challenges it. Authors often use their works to question societal norms and push readers to reconsider their beliefs. In some cases, a book has the power to ignite revolutions or spark widespread social change. Take Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe, for example. This 1852 novel is widely credited with galvanizing the abolitionist movement in the United States. Abraham Lincoln allegedly called Stowe the little woman who wrote the book that started this great war, referring to the American Civil War. Though Stowe wrote her book to expose the horrors of slavery, it became a cultural force, shaping public opinion and political discourse. Another remarkable example is George Orwell's 1984. Orwell's dystopian novel explores themes of government surveillance, propaganda, and totalitarianism. Its portrayal of a world where Big Brother watches every move serves as a haunting warning of unchecked political power. Even decades after its publication, 1984 remains a cultural touchstone, influencing discussions around privacy, government control, and the manipulation of truth in an increasingly digital world. Similarly, books like The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood push the boundaries of political and social discourse. Atwood's tale of a dystopian society where women have lost their rights speaks to contemporary concerns about gender equality and reproductive rights. It's no coincidence that, in recent years, as these issues have re-entered the political spotlight, The Handmaid's Tale has experienced a resurgence in popularity. In each case, literature serves as both a mirror and a catalyst for change. It captures the moral dilemmas of the time while pushing us to imagine a different future. While entire books can shape culture, individual characters often take on a life of their own, becoming larger than the stories they inhabit. These characters resonate with readers on a deeply personal level, embodying ideals, struggles, and aspirations that transcend the pages. Consider J. Gatsby from F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. Gatsby is more than just a character in a novel. He represents the American dream and its inherent contradictions. His relentless pursuit of wealth, status, and love reflects the materialism and moral decay of the 1920s. But his tragic end also serves as a critique of a society that promises happiness through success but often leads to disillusionment. Gatsby's story has become emblematic of the American experience itself, a cautionary tale about the costs of chasing hollow dreams. Similarly, Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird has come to symbolize moral courage and integrity. In the face of rampant racism, Atticus stands as a beacon of justice, defending a black man wrongly accused of raping a white woman. His unwavering commitment to doing what is right, even when it's unpopular or dangerous, has made him one of the most beloved characters in American literature. He's a reminder that, in a world full of prejudice, individual acts of bravery and decency can make a difference. These iconic characters continue to resonate with readers because they encapsulate the values and struggles of their respective societies. Through them, we confront our deepest fears, hopes, and contradictions. Beyond challenging societal norms or inspiring activism, literature plays a crucial role in shaping individual and collective identity. When we read, we're not just absorbing a story, we're engaging with a world that reflects or contrasts with our own. Through this process, literature helps us understand who we are, where we come from, and where we might be going. For marginalized communities, literature can be an especially powerful tool for self-definition. Books like The Color Purple by Alice Walker or Beloved by Toni Morrison give voice to African American experiences, exploring the complexities of race, gender, and identity in a society structured by oppression. By telling these stories, authors help to rewrite history from the perspective of those who have been silenced. Similarly, LGBTQ+ literature, such as Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin or Orlando by Virginia Woolf, has offered readers new ways to think about gender, sexuality, and love. These works allow marginalized individuals to see themselves reflected in literature, affirming their existence and providing a sense of belonging in a world that has often excluded them. In this way, literature can act as a lifeline, connecting readers to a larger community and providing validation for their experiences. It also serves as a bridge between different communities, fostering empathy and understanding across divides. It's fascinating to consider how literature and real-world events interact. At times, literature predicts the future, eerily reflecting societal shifts before they happen. Orwell's 1984 warned us about the dangers of surveillance long before the advent of modern technology, while Aldous Huxley's Brave New World foresaw the rise of consumer culture and the manipulation of desires through media. In other cases, literature reacts to real-world events, offering a way to process collective trauma. After the horrors of World War I, writers like T.S. Eliot and Ernest Hemingway captured the disillusionment of a generation. Similarly, post-9/11's literature grappled with themes of loss, fear, and the consequences of global conflict. One modern example is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Half of a Yellow Sun, which brings the Nigerian civil war to life for readers unfamiliar with the conflict. Through the personal stories of her characters, Adichie illuminates the human cost of political turmoil, bridging the gap between history and personal experience. And then there's The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, a dystopian series that, while set in a fictional world, taps into real anxieties about inequality, power, and the role of media in shaping public perception. Its themes resonated with a generation facing economic inequality and growing distrust of political institutions, becoming a touchstone for discussions around these issues. In the digital age, where we are bombarded with information and distracted by endless entertainment options, does literature still hold the same power? Absolutely. In fact, in a world driven by quick fixes and fleeting content, literature offers a deep, immersive experience that's increasingly rare. But literature's power is also evolving. In today's world, books are not confined to physical pages. Audiobooks, podcasts, and digital platforms have made literature more accessible than ever. Social media has also allowed readers and writers to connect across vast distances, creating global conversations around books and ideas. Books like The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, which addresses police brutality and systemic racism, have sparked movements, with readers sharing quotes, discussions, and fan art across platforms. These digital conversations amplify the book's impact, turning it from a singular work of fiction into a cultural force. Ultimately, the power of literature lies in its ability to transcend time and space, connecting us to past generations, challenging our current beliefs, and inspiring future change. Through stories, we see the world through another's eyes, experience lives we could never live, and grapple with the deepest questions of what it means to be human. From Uncle Tom's Cabin to the Hunger Games, literature has always played a vital role in shaping society and culture. It reflects our triumphs and failures, our fears and aspirations, and challenges us to think critically about the world around us. As we continue to face complex social, political, and environmental challenges, literature will remain a crucial tool for understanding and navigating these changes. So the next time you open a book, remember, you're not just reading a story. You're engaging with a force that has the power to change minds, shape societies, and transform the world.